I bet I can tell you something about the Fender Stratocaster that you did not know. Before I do that, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to this if you like it. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. That's how this works. Anyway, let's dive into it. So for growing up, I played this Les Paul. This was like my main Les Paul, this Aria Pro 2. Awesome. And growing up in middle school and high school is where I played the guitar mostly. Oh, and in college, but I would spend a ton of time practicing with it without plugged into an amplifier. And I that's kind of when I would practice is late at night. I couldn't play in front of, I didn't want to wake up the family and that kind of thing. So I would just practice acoustically on the electric guitar. And it worked out really great. Well, a number of years ago, I started playing Stratocasters. And as I started to do that too, even as an adult, practice without an amplifier, I would notice something happening on the guitar that doesn't take place on the Les Paul or other guitars as much, at least. And that is that the two string trees on the cheaper Squires and different imports actually have a benefit that the quote unquote better made, American made or Mexican made or whatever the higher end Stratocasters have usually just one string tree instead of two. And there's a benefit to actually having two other than it just pushing down the strings past the nut. Listen, see if you can hear what I'm talking about here. I'm going to play the G string. So here we go, this G string, and listen to the ringing that takes place past the nut. I'm going to go ahead and put this up like this. I'm going to kind of put the mic close here and we'll play it. Here's the G. You hear that? One more. What happens is it's like the note that's hitting past here. So I'm going to just plug it. That note right there, that's actually a D. It's on the G string, but the distance between the nut and the tuner is a D. When the G is tuned to tension, it is a D note, which is a harmonic of the G. So it's the fourth above, and so that's what's happening is you're having, or the fifth above the G, and so you're having the harmonic happening there. And so it's kind of an interesting thing. Even when you play a chord, let me play a chord real quick, and I stop it, it still rings out. You can kind of see it. It's still ringing. Well, you can't really see anything, but as I'm playing it, you hear that? Now listen, I'm going to play the G, and then I'm going to play it with, then I'm going to mute it up here at the top, and you hear the difference. Here's the ringing. Now here's it with me muting it, just lightly putting my finger on it. Again, open. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on that, just barely touching that, and it's getting rid of the ringing. So actually, in a weird way, though the import guitars, most of them that have the two string trees, in a way that's actually even a better thing than having one string tree. I think that they kind of do the one string tree out of tradition. I think it looks better. Actually, I think that no string trees look really cool whenever they have the tuners that are staggered down. I think it actually looks pretty cool, but I found that very, very interesting. So actually, solutions to that is you could take like a rubber band and tie it around that string, or get like a tubing of some sort and put it around the string. Another thing you could do is they sell this product, and it's like I'll put a link in the description down below that you can get one on Amazon, but it's like a thing that goes in your strings, and you can hold picks in it, and that would also dampen that resonant ringing happening. I don't notice it that much when I'm playing hooked up to an amplifier, but definitely when I'm just kind of playing around. When I first started playing it, I kept on going, where is that coming from? I thought it might be the springs in the back here, but it wasn't. It's this from the distance between the nut and the tuner. It's creating another note that's being played. And I just find that very interesting. So hopefully you learned something new. Back in the 80s when they used to do the the now you know thing. I'm not going to put it on there, but okay, now you know. That's what a one of the, I guess you could even call that a flaws with the Stratocaster, and also it works with the Telecaster as well. So it's the same thing that happens with the Telecaster as well, but not really a flaw. It's just kind of a byproduct, I guess, more than anything. But anyway, hopefully you like this video and you learned something new. Please like, subscribe. If you want to support me on Patreon, you're more than welcome to. And Kennis Russell out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.